Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to Principal Sir, Chairman Sir, faculty members, fellow research scholars, and all the distinguished guests. I am Hema Singhal, Research Scholar Management, BIT Durg, pursuing my research under the guidance and supervision of Dr. Urvashi Srivastav, HOD Management Department, BIT Durg. Today I am going to give a presentation on the topic Managing Manpower in MSMEs post COVID-19. In the present new normal that we are witnessing for the last 1 year post COVID-19, there are few images that have left deep impacts on the minds of everybody, I suppose. The images of migrant workers going back to their native places during lockdown, hungry, exhausted, and helpless without money, jobs, and other resources. No one can ever forget that. Now that the things are getting into place slowly, to bring back these workers to the workplace remains a big challenge. Now let us take a look at the micro, small and medium enterprises, that is the MSME sector. The MSME sector is the backbone of Indian economy and it contributes to about 30% of the GDP of Indian economy and half of the total country's exports. MSMEs are the largest employment provider. The COVID-19 pandemic is the most significant economic event of our lifetime. The pandemic that halted social and economic life for the spring and summer of 2020 has impacted and continues to impact nations and citizens alike till the end of 2021. The crisis had a multi-sector impact, and according to the International Labour Organization, that is the ILO, it has already transformed into an economic and labour market shock, impacting not only some supply, that is the production of goods and services, but also the demand, that is the consumption and investment of the products. Post COVID-19, the MSME sector is facing manpower crisis. The MSME sector suffered a major setback in last 2 years since the outbreak of coronavirus across the globe. The pandemic has resulted in the slowdown of this sector, as this sector is mainly a production sector and the human resources play a very vital role in the working of MSMEs. Being the manufacturing industries, the MSMEs are largely hit by the pandemic as they are small in size and mainly labor intensive. The shortage of manpower has deeply affected its working. Now, as the MSME sector is heading towards survival and revival, it is battling with a major manpower crisis. In view of the manpower crisis, it has been reported that 7 out of 10 firms have reduced production capacity due to the following reasons. First, a lower number of temporary workers. Second, reduced working hours due to lockdown. Third, employees taking paid leaves. According to a recent survey conducted on the MSME sector, it has been found that nearly one-third of the companies report a shortage of workers due to government rules and guidelines, family care responsibilities, fear of infection, COVID infection, residential areas being declared containment zones. Government rules and guidelines. The Government of India issued some guidelines for the companies post-lockdown in order to restart the businesses and to keep the economy going. These were, first, asking the workers to take unpaid leaves. Second, they have to work for reduced pay, that is up to 20% of the reduced payment. Third, laying off of the permanent staff up to 10%. These are alarming statistics for those concerned about working conditions in the MSMEs. MSME's response to the pandemic. Over one third of the MSMEs negotiated wage modifications with workers. In order to retain the workforce, the enterprises modified and negotiated the wages with the workers. Second, revised payment terms with banks and suppliers. The payment terms with the bank and the suppliers were revised and the credit policies followed to arrange for the wages for the employees or the workers. Third, emergency interest-free loans. Emergency fund to be created in order to provide interest-free loans to the workers in need and for those who require money for treatment and other medical facilities. And the last was cash grants to support wages and training. Various training programs and cash incentives were provided in order to enhance the skill of workers and to retain them in the enterprise. Government schemes to boost manpower. The Government of India launched several schemes to boost manpower. First of all, wage protection, pay partial survival wages to the employees, retaining the workforce, employees provident fund, that is the EPF, to be sustained, medical insurance for 6 months for the employees working in the organization, providing transportation facilities for migrant workers to bring them back, schemes like Ayushman Bharat and hospital cards to be given to laborers to restore confidence in them and motivate workers to come back to their workplace. Wage protection. Wage protection involves two things. First, wage subsidy and the second, wage revision. Wage subsidy. The wage subsidy to the MSMEs based on their GST returns to be given. Second, wage revision according to the skill of the worker and the experience. Conclusion. MSMEs in India are an important source of employment in rural as well as in urban areas. COVID-19 resulted in a huge downfall in the MSME sector as it is very small in size and is not organized. The study conducted indicated that the MSME sector has lost a huge amount of manpower as a result of lockdown. In order to revive MSMEs from this situation, the Government of India has launched the schemes like Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local, backed by Make in India initiative launched previously. Moreover, the ban of Chinese products across the globe after the pandemic has created a huge opportunity and demand for the Indian products. With the government revival packages to retain and increase the manpower, production processes in the MSMEs is likely to take a big leap. This is definitely going to be a fresh start. As Prime Minister Modi has emphasized on the need to convert every crisis into opportunity, MSMEs will also make it an opportunity to venture into the global market. This will make India a huge manufacturing hub. No one knows when the situation will end, but it is clear that businesses and government need to come together to work towards purposing business plans, restarting business operations, and protect employees and workers to ensure their survival. Despite the significant struggles that the MSMEs face, the government responses can help nurture a positive, resilient, and sustainable future for the businesses around the world. Thank you all.